Okay, guys, welcome to Flying Pig United. You're joined today by myself, Flying Bison, Eddie O2. It is not a fantastic day, Eddie. We get straight into it, man. It's not a fantastic day, unfortunately. What, if any, is what positives? Let's start with positives, and your take. Unfortunately, on obviously as everyone knows, but at this point, it ended 1-0 to Aston Villa. We're at home in front of the Old Trafford crowd. Didn't go our way, Eddie. I mean,
I'm trying to look for my positives now. I made notes, bro. I did
yes,
prepared.
Please, because I've got some, but I don't know if there's many. So if you want to give me your take on how the game went, first of all, I'd be very, very grateful, Eddie, because
bro, it's hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm normally a positive outlook kind of guy, but
yeah,
give me your outlook first, Eddie, if you could, please.
Okay, I mean the quality of the game. Just to start off from like the fundamentals of football, I couldn't believe how much both teams were passing the ball away, whether it went out of play or whether they were passing to the opposition. I saw long balls and that. I remember I was watching Match of the Day from the 1970s on BBC One, classics. It looked like it was that kind of football. Long ball.
Smash and grab.
I mean, that should have been Man United today because that's been the formula, but we couldn't smash and grab today. The football wasn't good. And I was looking at players to see if it's individual players. What I saw, individual mistakes. Pogba had a quiet game. I don't know what his mentality was today. Greenwood, I actually made a note in exclamation marks or in caps lock on my sheet. Mason, why do you keep shooting? That's all he was doing.
It's decision making, isn't it?
Decision making, yeah. And then we've seen from the Carabao Cup game, people were just shooting most of the time, yeah. And then people are debating: is this players just doing what they want, or is this from the manager? If they're doing it in a lot of games, that's maybe coming from the manager to just keep shooting.
Okay.
Mason,
about
20 shots and maybe 2 crosses. Ronaldo, remember what Ronaldo was doing in the West Ham game? He was everywhere. He got service. He came deep. Today, what did he do? I made a note on my sheet today. He popped up on the left and did some step overs. I didn't even I can't remember what else he did.
To that point though, if we just break it down, ladies and gents, first of all, thank you very much for joining us as well in the chat. Please, guys, get your comments in the chat just to let us know how you feel today went, what we could have improved on. We're going to break it down. Myself and Eddie, we do, by the way, ladies and gents, I am gonna forewarn you, we are going to be joined shortly by an Aston Villa fan to get their take on the game as well. So you don't have to be too kind at all. I'm just letting you guys know you don't have to be kind, but we will be joined by an Aston Villa fan as well.
Some shout outs, by the way, Shane.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the chat now. At the minute we've got 25 in, guys, so thank you very much for joining us. Make sure as I'm sure you've heard before, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're liking, sharing, and more importantly subscribing as well. We've got Daniel Barnes in the chat as well. G Wolf, how we going, G Wolf? G Wolf is in the house, normally joins us as well, so it'd be good to have you on again as well, G. Sir Greenwood is in the house. Francois is in the house. Till Malone, Sports Further, Adoa, Kadawa, Cristiano Ronaldo. We've got Marco in there as well. We've got Case,
here, by the way.
Cristiano Ronaldo himself.
Ronaldo say what he was doing today.
Well, we don't know. Kay Slater, Shazad Ahmed, Fred Smith. Who else we got in there? Bobby Games, Sports Further already said you. Tento, Cisco as well. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Please show your love and support as well. Yeah. Guys, okay, so let's break it down then, Eddie, because at this point I'm thinking, so when the team lineup first come out, I'm going to give you my opinion on what I first thought when I seen the lineup. What was your opinion? Because I seen it's 4-2-3-1. I saw McTominay and Fred. Everyone at this point knows that Fred is not my favourite by any means.
No
But
one's
you know,
favourite at all.
well,
right now.
there you go. I'm wondering if it is just me, if I'm just Fred bashing, but Ollie seems to
bro.
stick with him a lot. 4-2-3-1. We're at home against Aston Villa, who we know we're going to be playing roughly three at the back with wing backs. Surely at this point we've got to look to attack them, and yeah, it kind of didn't make any sense to me, the fact that we're setting up what I deem to be defensive. 4-2-3-1.
I was just
Ollie's
about to say,
go-to
look, that
formation.
counter-attack going in there, you know, they were defensive, like you're saying, and they were doing a bit of counter-attack, and it wasn't working. The balls in behind for the counter-attack were too long a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Especially in the second
yeah.
half. I'm sure you saw that.
First half, I've got down as well. There was a few early opportunities, and we didn't utilise them. We didn't actually take those early chances at all, unfortunately.
What chances though, bro? Can you
Literally, it's the old shooting ourselves. It wasn't team play.
Yeah.
So, for example, Greenwood cutting in, Bruno taking long shots. For example,
Yeah.
Ronaldo as well, shooting where they've left him a bit of space. He's just outside the 18-yard area, and they've backed off him, and he shot long again. Rather than, it was very individual play today. We weren't really. It wasn't team ethic. So just take me through your thoughts there, Eddie. We lined up. You've seen the lineup, and you know we're going 4-2-3-1, Eddie. What's your thought process at that time?
I was just going to say, I was going to ask you, why are we still doing 4-2-3-1 when apparently, because we have a fan culture where we tend to assume certain things. We tend to assume, okay, if we get a better defender in to help Maguire, then we're going to play higher line, then we're going to have a possible 4-3-3.
Yeah.
The formation is not changing. It stayed the same, like we've got Lindelof in there with Maguire.
Yep.
It stayed the same, like we need to protect the defence. I don't understand it. I didn't see enough of Varane helping the defensive line to push up. All I saw, because I was trying to look at what Fred and McTominay do again today. McTominay, quiet for me. He got forward a little bit. Fred and McTominay made maybe a few good tackles. That's it. That's what I saw. And then maybe some 5-yard passing. Yeah. But then overall, I was thinking, okay, let's try and look at what they do in midfield. Was there some 1-2s? There was a few 1-2s, and then it wouldn't be sustained. It wouldn't be a sustained interplay, which would culminate in pressure. It would be a little bit of 1-2 play, have an attack, maybe it comes to nothing. But the individual errors, I couldn't believe how many individual errors were breaking down the play, though, Shane.
That's the point. And just to your first point, though, Eddie, which is a very, very, very good point. So, what we were missing over the years, so when we were struggling with Chris Smalling, Phil Jones in the defence, we were struggling with pace. We've now got pace and abundance in that back line when you've got Varane starting, Wan-Bissaka starting, Luke Shaw starting. Obviously, Harry Maguire's not that way inclined. However, he can go and press the ball. But what we should be doing is pushing further up the pitch, like you say. Ultimately, we didn't do that, and I feel like we're going to be in a place now where we're just going to struggle. We're going to struggle where we should be pushing up the pitch. We've got the pace to beat defense, the counter attack, and we don't really need to worry too much in behind because we've got that pace.
You know what? Sorry, I got to say
go on.
I got to say that the counter attack didn't look that good, because if you look at the wings, Pogba, not much pace. Greenwood, pace over maybe a small distance, but not really. He's not like Rashford pace.
Yeah.
This kind of game, if you're looking at it, if it was going to work for counter attack, you needed Rashford. You needed that pace.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really see enough on those wings. Greenwood was trying to do a kind of, he's trying to be an avenger by himself.
Yeah.
I'm sure he saw that second half though. He was just trying to shoot every time.
It's down to decision making, and I put down wasteful final ball as well. That was more.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch on Fred again. Listen, I'm not Fred bashing, but I'm just. Listen, there was 3 times in the first half that I counted. I may have missed another one that he actually came in and he lost the ball. He tried to clear. They crossed the ball from our left hand side. Our right hand side, their left, and he tried an overhead kick. So it's coming across your goal. And he tried an overhead kick to clear it.
I thought Bayern was in defence when I saw that overhead kick attempt. That was Fred, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Fred. It was
That
Fred.
was mad,
It was
wasn't
Fred.
it?
It was Fred. It was Fred. And listen. He give the ball away. So bear in mind his position. He's one of the CDMs. Straight onto the centre backs. It's madness. But listen, before we go any further, I've got to bring someone in to the conversation. It is an Aston Villa fan. Like I said, we've got Marcellus in the chat. We are not strictly
You patted the badge enough there.
Marcel. This is Eddie Marcel. We've got to bring the conversation open at the moment. We were touching on some of the highlights of Fred.
The brother is chilling with a desperado right now.
It's one of them Saturdays, bro. Saturdays, man.
So Marcel, if you can give us your feel on how the game went. We were just touching on some of the performances individually. Greenwood, Eddie mentioned. Fred, I just mentioned. Eddie also mentioned that McTominay was quiet. If you give us your perspective though, Marcel, in regards to how you felt it went from Villa's perspective, give us your overall take.
Well, obviously, before the game, we ain't got a good record at Old Trafford, so I wasn't really feeling it, you know what I mean? Especially with playing 5 at the back as well. Having Cash and Target as the wing-backs, I can't argue with Dean Smith because it's worked now. And, we actually should have beat Chelsea twice with the same formation, so...
You look good against Chelsea, I gotta say that.
You did look good against Chelsea, to be fair.
I thought the same thing was going to happen today. We had good chances, we had the best chances in the first half, and we didn't put them away. And I'm just sitting there saying to myself, same thing again, man. We're just going to end up United. When you got man like Greenwood and CR7 and Pogba and Bruno, we're gonna get hurt. But
you guys had too many chances, man. With Watkins,
when
De Gea was flapping.
This is what I mean. I know. We should have scored. I think we should have been winning in the first half. If I'm being honest with you, I think we had the 2 best chances with Cash putting one across the box and Target hitting it over the bar. De Gea or Maguire, which one you want to blame for that mistake. Watkins should have slotted that. Yeah, both of them. But you know what? I honestly think the best team on the day won, man. I think we were the best on the day, honestly. I really do. I watched the full 90 and I thought...
I've got Marcellus though. Come on, look at your players though. They were passing the ball away a lot as well. Both teams were not at the races. I don't even think you guys deserved it.
Oh, you don't think we deserved it?
I don't think. Yeah,
Old Trafford, bro. I thought we performed wow, man.
but do you know what? Ultimately, when you're looking at the overall body of work. So, for example, just before you joined in, Marcel, we were talking about Fred. So he gave the ball away in the first half 3 times in our half, that's my point. Target crossed the ball. Fred tried an overhead kick to clear it, and I'm just like, you have to kind of you have to kind of look at it. I'm just going to look at some of the comments as well.
I would have had Pogba in there. Sorry, I know it's not.
Well, there you go. So
I would have had Pogba where Fred was.
Marco's agreed with your point, Marcel, that Villa deserved it.
We defo did, man.
I guess I'm just being sour then. I'm just being sour.
Come on, man.
Listen,
you guys had chances still, but like both teams weren't playing that good in midfield. Like in terms of passing, interplay, you guys did have chances.
McGinn was quality. I thought McGinn was quality. He was looking like, I don't know, prime Zidane, just controlling the play. Yo, we don't call him McGinney-Esther for nothing, you know.
McGinney-Esther.
We don't call him McGinney-Esther for nothing, bro.
As much as I hate this, I love that nickname.
McGinney-Esther.
As much as I hate this stuff.
Listen, I think that's taking it a bit too far, McGinney-Esther, but I see your point. I see your point. I just want to read out another point as well. It's from Bobby Games. Bobby saying Manchester United with players like Ronaldo, Pogba, Varane, Cavani just lost to Aston Villa at Old Trafford for the first time since 2009. Progress. Hashtag Ollie out. Listen, it's not about Ollie bashing or anything like that. But what Marcel actually said when he first come on, he alluded to the point that okay, so you're looking at the lineup, you're looking at who you're up against. So you're looking at the likes of Varane in terms of opportunities that you shouldn't get. You're looking at Pogba in terms of creativity. You're looking at Bruno. You're looking at Greenwood. You're looking at Cavani who come and looking at Cristiano Ronaldo. Listen, that's a mouthful just trying to get it back out there. And
I'm hearing the word on road is Courtney House has just took Cristiano out of his back pocket.
Nah, listen to me. Listen to
Wait, listen. Certain man.
Hey, don't start.
That certain man's goat getting outmarked by.
Listen, but
no disrespect.
But with all due respect, at the same time, look, when you've got okay, so to my point from beforehand, yeah, we didn't have any plans to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. We was begging for Sancho, a right-sided player, went and got him. Now that has unbalanced. Okay, so I've made a note. Okay, our first substitution was 81st minute. Yeah, you're chasing the game. It's 0-0 at this point, and you've got Jadon Sancho on the bench. You've got Van der Beek, who's a better ball player than Fred. And McTominay.
Discussing Van der Beek now.
But at this point, you're chasing the game, and we're going. Okay, you're going Cavani. That's fine. You're taking off one of your central midfielders. But my point is, you've got enough on the pitch, but we weren't creating. Villa looked a lot more dangerous at intervals of play than we did. Like in terms of, when you're watching a game and you're like, okay, so wow, we're really on top of them now. I felt like that a little bit in the first half, but as the game progressed, I'm looking at 67th minute. I remember I looked at the clock and I'm like, are we gonna do this again? Are we gonna be in the same position that where we're like, you can't even say it's not good enough. So that to my point, like I know this one's an open forum question now. So Ollie, is it you have to look, is it Ollie now? All these tools that we've got. So Eddie, what you saying?
Bro, when you look at people making mistakes in midfield, yeah, when you look at people like Greenwood taking shots like there's no tomorrow, I've got to mention Greenwood again because he made me so angry. I love Greenwood, yeah. We've seen when he's had that season where he does this double step over, cuts in, bang, goal. But if that's not working, you try more crosses, you try and link up. Ronaldo, I saw him go like this every time that Greenwood was taking shots, yeah. I don't know what's going on the sidelines, but the manager's got to be on like, okay, Greenwood, you come off, or I'm telling you to cross, or you come off. Greenwood should not have stayed on, yeah. Sanchez should have come on to give service. It's easy
Sancho
to say
therefore should have come on, man.
That Sanchez should have come on. If Greenwood is still a kid, to be honest, yeah, you've got to rein him in. You look like a wild child out there.
Okay. So
Sancho, why was Sancho bought if you can't come on? If whatever's going on is not working, I don't get Sancho then. So
to your point then, and Marcel was obviously in agreement with you. So in terms of to impact the game, so yeah. I'm part of a Sunday League football team, and so and my thing is when it's not working, try something different, a little bit different. Yeah. So
don't wait for 81st minute.
So yeah. that's if you're really trying to win a game, you don't wait that long. But
he didn't even get on, did he, Sancho?
Nah, he didn't.
That's crazy. I think that's crazy.
He didn't.
75 million for this guy that's supposed to be right wing brilliance.
Mm-hmm. So where at this point? So with that performance today, so Marcel, you started off by saying that you felt like it was going to be one of those games where
Yeah, man. You man had too much firepower on the pitch, bro, man. Like I can't believe he didn't score. To be honest with you, some of the players you got on the pitch there, like.
But we didn't threaten. Did you feel like we threatened though, Marcel, throughout the game? Did you feel there was a
Greenwood
patch?
Had the ball. I know what Greenwood's like. He scored against us a few times. And no, when he's on that right hand side and he cuts in on his left and he cuts in on that left foot, I was just expecting just to see him hit it and one go bottom corner. Every time he got the ball, I was sort of like my heart was falling out my backside of the piece. You know what I'm saying? get this guy off the ball, man. Honestly, I didn't even see Ronaldo today, if I'm being honest.
I was just about to ask
Nah.
you that, yeah. Can you remember a chance he had where you were scared of Ronaldo?
Nah, and that's crazy to even say that. I don't know if that's his fault. I don't know if that's Ollie's fault. I don't know if it's a team problem. I'm not sure. But to be fair, I've watched Man U. I've watched Man U most games this season, and that was probably I don't even know if I can say struggled. I don't know if I can even use the word struggled today. I just thought it just didn't go your way in the final third.
Bro, it was struggle.
If you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, that's fair enough. Then that's fair.
Definitely
That's the
struggle.
first time I've seen you struggle so far. This season.
Yeah. But then you see. Okay, so there's a point now. Go on, because I'm going to ask another question. Go on, Eddie.
No, I was just going to say there's other times where Man United has struggled. I mean, look at the Wolves game. We had to rely on Greenwood when that kind of cutting in and shooting was working.
That same thing, that same move.
Against West Ham, it's got to be a roller coaster ride where it's like, okay, Lingard's got to come in with a screamer, then De Gea's got to save a penalty in the last minute. Why are we doing all of these fine margin games in every game? I don't know if you can win a league doing that against every team. Never comfortable in any game. Apart from maybe Newcastle. But even Newcastle was scaring us with Sam Maximin. I've got to say, Sam Maximin, yeah, if you want someone that can dribble and do your right wing, Sam Maximin is the one.
He's your man.
I don't want to go against Sancho already, but I'm seriously thinking, why wasn't Sam Maximin considered as a signing? This guy creates so many chances, bro.
Honestly, and I'm a Sancho fan, and I said to myself, I got a feeling he's not gonna light it up like a lot of people expect this season. I don't know why. I don't even know what told me that. I just thought, you know what? I don't know. I know it's still early and that. I know we can turn it around, but I just didn't see him.
You just got a feeling.
I just didn't. Like you see me, if I thought he was gonna be on bits, he would have been in my dream team. He's not in my dream team, brother.
Yeah.
You know, like that. I didn't even think
about
about putting Sancho in my dream team, bro. Do you know one of them? Like,
do you know?
Something told me that, and so far, I feel like
you've been proven right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's mad, guys? Do you know what's mad? Is that in Ole's second team, Sancho and Van der Beek, these guys were doing up Champions League in previous seasons. And
Okay. So to your point, that's a very valid point then. So that surely then, if you're saying Van der Beek was doing it at Ajax, which he was, and obviously Sancho's doing it at Dortmund, but obviously his first time he's played in the Premier League, I'd still say give him until Christmas before we start judging. However, with the ability that both those players have, for it not to show, then you do have to look at the manager surely at this point. Do you know what I mean? But I've just put up there superstar selecting McFred, his cowardly tactics at home against Villa. Bench one of those two and drop Pogba deeper to control passing, and obviously bring Cavani and let him play. So that was your point. Earlier, Marcel. You thought that Pogba should have started deep. Now, So for me,
Sancho in there, do you know what I'm saying?
But there you go. To me, like so. Well, but the thing is, so you said that before. Obviously, superstars obviously put that out. Thanks a lot for that comment, though, superstar as well. But to that point, it just tells you. So there's something fundamentally wrong. So you know, with Ollie, so his experience before Man United was minimal. We know that. Okay, that's fine. So we move on. However, if you're learning on the job, but if you keep making the same mistakes, it's the old adage: you keep making the same mistakes, you know, and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So that in itself should really tell you Fred doesn't work. He does not work. Or
Shane, sorry. What happened to the interim phase where Ole was playing 4-3-3, where we saw he had like, what was it? Rashford, Lingard, Martial up front, I think. 4-3-3, yeah.
And Fred, and Pogba and Fred. Yeah.
And I think Fred was in there. But I mean, understand, yeah, if you're losing games, like, what was it? That game at home that season where we lost 6-1 or whatever the score was. Okay, that makes you go a little bit into your shell for a few games, yeah? Not for like, you start a new season with a beast squad. It's beastly. You got Ronaldo up there. Ronaldo looked like he was some academy player out there, getting a few touches.
Yeah, but
I don't get it, man.
that's the point. No, that's the point. No, Eddie. At this point, you have to look at the manager. I mean, so because I'm seeing in the comments as well. And guys, thank you very much for joining us. You've got 58 of yous in here joining us. Whether it's Man United fans, Aston Villa fans, Royal Football fans. So thank you very much for joining us. So thank you very much. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, guys. Like I keep saying, we are going to do more content. We are going to involve more and more fans as we move forward with the channel. So make sure you're watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you very much for that. But just back to the point though, to your point, Eddie, schoolboy stuff, yeah. So we're looking like an academy player, but that in its, when can you ever say that? So Marcel alluded to it earlier. When could you ever say that Ronaldo just a non-factor? Just a non-factor. Wherever he's been, when he was at Man United, when he was an 18-year-old, wherever he's been, wherever he was always a factor of some degree. Today, he was just a non-factor. He was a non-factor. So that at this point, you've got to look at the manager, surely.
Man was in the back pocket, brethren.
Ah, stop it!
Mark was too happy, man. Stop yourself, right?
Okay. So from a different fan's perspective, then, Marcel, what would you say? Looking at the tools at Ollie's disposal, is it what would you say is from your perspective is the issue with Manchester United, because we haven't been performing and now we're not getting results? What would you say?
It's tough for me to comment because it's not really like my team and I don't watch them as much as you, man. You get me? So I don't want to talk too much rubbish. The main one today, you can't. Who put Pogba on the left? You can't put a Pogba on the left, bro. He's got to be central. You can't be playing Pogba on the left and you got Jadon Sancho 75 minutes sitting on the bench.
But Marcellus,
that don't make no sense.
Marcellus, Pogba's got 7 assists this season from playing in
from the left. From the left.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. This is why it's tough for me to say.
It's not all from the left, Eddie. That's not all from the left. This season.
I'm sure most of it was from the
first.
He has got some. You know what he does?
The season when he got 4 assists. Where did he play then?
That was central. That was central. That was.
This is what I'm saying.
I just don't like Pogba in there.
Yeah, he's.
I don't like him in there.
Yeah.
Marcellus, if you were to watch Pogba more in that pivot, yeah, the cool man Jogba. Do you know why they call him that?
Why is that?
He's jogging. You can't jog in the engine room, bro. When you're in the engine room, you can't be slacking. That's what he does.
Okay,
to Kante for France, yeah, he likes Kante to do all the work in the engine room while he's jogging. No man is doing that for Pogba in there.
Well, you got Fred. That's Ollie.
We've seen
that's Ollie again.
Goals, though, Shane. When Fred's there, and he's getting done like little Bambi, like getting done up. Running through people and that.
But then at this point, so what I'm trying to dissect at this point now is, okay, so what are we gaining from keep starting Fred? I mean, what are we gaining from keep starting?
Can we get on the phone or something, like on Skype, but like interview? Can we set up an interview or something?
Well, I think we need to, man. I think we need to because. Okay, so here's a point from Sir Greenwood. I learned this. The manager set the team up, but he doesn't tell the players to kick or pass. He only gives them instruction on what to do. So it's not Ollie's problem, but should take off Greenwood. I suppose. Yeah. So I mean, so obviously, Sir Greenwood's point is
no, but he needs to tell the players that what.
So when he's the only manager I see that sits in the stands for 90 minutes until Villa scored. He was sat there with his arms crossed and his legs crossed and you know, Marcel, you know me as a Sunday league manager. I don't shut up. I don't shut up. Do you know what I mean? So
in the stands, bro. What's that?
Not like that. Not like that.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
Or have your assistant there or something. I don't know. But to me, it's like he gives the instruction. But to Sir Greenwood's point, it's like, okay, he will give them instruction before the game, and he'll just say, "Go out and do it. It's up to you now, guys. I've got nothing. I've got nothing to do to do with it now. It's up to you guys." I don't know at this point. I'm not going to start.
I need my manager on the touchline, bro. I need my manager out there, bro.
Well, Dean Smith's always there, isn't he?
Yo, Dean Smith's a legend. Dean Smith doesn't get it, bro. Dean Smith doesn't get the love he deserves, bro. Trust me.
He's doing
He's a very
alright.
good manager, Dean. He's a very good manager.
He's good, but he's good. Like, he's on the sidelines. He's interactive, yeah. And I wanted to see more of that from Ole. I saw him on the sidelines at one point, yeah, where I thought, Ole was maybe trying to do some in-game tactics. I thought he's doing some pep diagrams with his hands. He was only trying to check if Maguire was actually still fit to play. That's what he was doing.
But do you know what though? So there's a point here that Jarvis Cocker. Thanks for joining in, Jarvis. Appreciate that. And 74 of you as well. Much appreciated. Make sure you liking, sharing, and subscribing. Much appreciated. In a 4-2-3-1, Ronaldo is a clinical goal scorer, but I think Cavani suits us better because of his work rate and consistently being in a fallen defender's side. For us to play with both, it's a 3-5-2. So do you know what? That's a point. No, yeah, but no. You see this point. You see this point with a 4-2-3-1, one up top, right? It doesn't suit Ronaldo unless you got players close to him. So effectively, right, you've got Pogba is the only source of creativity because Bruno likes to score, so he will shoot as much as he can. Greenwood, you've seen Greenwood just popping off every 2 seconds, bang, 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 bang. So Pogba is the only real source of creativity in that whole side. And if he's wide left, then you're letting the opposition off, I think. But to his point, I think if you want to play both, it's got to be a 3-5-2. So there's been a few shouts in the comments to change formation. So Jarvis is a very good point.
Well. I'm a big Cavani fan.
All that work rate that Jarvis was alluding to.
You don't get much more clinical than an Edison Cavani, bro. Trust me.
No, you're right.
On the feet, in the air, bro. He's a beast. Napoli, PSG.
Yeah.
For his country, guys are animal, bro. Guys are animal.
Shane, I'm confused then as to why Ronaldo was doing so much in the West Ham game. Then we saw him come deep and get the ball. He came and got involved. Yeah, he got the goal as well. He had chances. So what changed from West Ham to Villa?
Fred.
What do you mean, Fred?
Courtney,
I'll tell you why. Because when the play breaks down in the central midfield every single time, or if he's meant to be winning the ball back and he can't win the ball back, and they go straight past him and he falls over or trips over his own feet, the one common denominator is like you lose possession or you don't win the ball back. McTominay, like you said, Eddie, he's very quiet. For me, if you've got just so many people who are intent in scoring, Greenwood, Bruno, Fred was even just letting off shots. To your point earlier, before we come on air, it's championship football, really, from our point of view. So
he wouldn't get in the Villa team. Put it that way.
Who's this? Who's that? Fred? No, I'm serious. I believe it. He's a championship quality player. Maybe League One. Do you know what I mean? But okay, so
he might get in a Brighton.
Nah, because they got Bissouma.
Yeah, but him and Bissouma, you get me, bro.
So to that point, okay, so I believe at this point, we can't play with both Fred and McTominay in the side, but Ollie keeps playing them. So these results.
Blame Ollie. If he's picking people who are misrepresenting him, yeah, you've got to criticize Ollie then. If he's not seeing that Fred can't do this passion thing that Ole's talking about, or he can't do it with precision. Anyway, he could do the passion. Yep. What's passion when you're still falling over the ball and you're shooting like you're trying to score a try in rugby? You're shooting and the ball
loses the ball too much, man. Loses the ball too much.
Loses the ball. He panics a little bit.
Loses the ball way too much, man. He does.
You have to, exactly. You have to play your technical players.
So okay. So Ollie does keep playing Fred. We know this. There's nothing new there. Nothing new under the sun. However, with the players that was on the pitch, as you alluded to earlier, Marcel, you would have thought that there would have been enough. You were a bit worried about Greenwood. You were a bit worried about Ronaldo. I was very worried
before the game. I was very worried, especially
as the
game five at the back.
Yeah, as the game went on, did your confidence build, or was you still a little bit apprehensive?
Yeah, it did build. Definitely did build. Cause, like I said, man, I thought we played really well. Like, that honestly, that could have been worse than a 1-0. You know. Like, I know what, man. Like,
yeah.
Then we had 2 chances in the first half, right? Cash whipped it across the box. Target hit it over.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
should
yeah,
be
yeah.
scoring that.
Yeah.
The mistake with Maguire and De Gea.
Yeah, that's right.
Watkins should be burying that. So we could be 2-0 up. We
Yeah,
could be 2-0
yeah.
up in the first half. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and that's
exactly what
legit.
happened. That's how we beat Liverpool 7-7 something last season. Because every single chance we got, we just buried it. We buried it. It could have been one of them today, you know, but we didn't bury our chances. Maybe not 7, but we could have put 3-4 in the back of the net. Yeah,
you're missing your man Grealish too.
Who said Bon Grealish? Who said Bon Grealish?
But we ain't beat Man U in how long? You know, like
yeah,
that.
I know.
I honestly feel like we deserve that today. I really like.
Well,
if we didn't win, I wouldn't have been happy with that point. You know?
You'd have been gutted.
Me being honest, but I would have been gutted because we had the chances to win.
Yeah.
And you know what? Big bullet header from Courtney. Big bullet.
It was.
Header, you know?
It was.
You get me? Big bullet header, cracking header, and then Fernandez.
And then you give away a pen.
Bro? You know what that is? That's
there
Emmy.
after.
You know. That's why you gotta love Emmy Martinez, bro. Because man's on the penalty spot, yeah, sticking it on every man, bro. You see what he was saying to Ronaldo? No, you take this, Ronaldo. He's
really? Is that what he's saying? I didn't see that.
He's sticking it on man, bro.
Really?
Ronaldo, you take that penalty. Man didn't want no smoke, bro. You get me? when you see Fernandez not even hitting the target, bro, his head went.
Yeah, true.
In the back of his head,
what happened to Bruno? What happened?
You know what he's thinking? Ronaldo should probably be taking this. I've got a lot of pressure now because Ronaldo's the main man. You know, like that.
Yeah.
I've got to put this away.
In fact,
because he smashed it.
Yeah.
He's normally composed.
Yeah.
He didn't even take the pen.
These kind of pens.
He didn't even take the pen the way he usually takes the pen.
I was going to say, because sometimes it's a bit like Jorginho, a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it does the jump thing. It does the jump thing.
But where was it?
A couple of times he hasn't done the jump thing. He's just smashed it straight in the bottom corner or the top corner.
Yeah.
A bit of pressure today, man. Emmy Martinez, my number one.
So saying that, it was a good point there from Marcel as well. You both mentioned it. Is that pressure from Ronaldo? So he has been a well beater for many years. So that pressure. So the question was asked: who takes the free kicks? Bruno took the free kick. We then got a penalty. Bruno took the penalty. His free kick hit the wall. His penalty went blazing over the bar. So that's a very good point there in terms of, okay, so there must be that sense of pressure that I've got Ronaldo stood behind me here. He's normally the penalty taker. He's normally the free kick taker. I have been. His only penalty that he missed last season was saved, and it went bottom corner. But it was a very good save.
Shane, do you think that Ronaldo's on pens now then because of that? Because that was a shocking pen.
No, not necessarily, because like Marcel said, it's that he when does he ever miss the target? He's never missed a target. He's never missed a target. So that's the first time. So
Ronaldo has to go next now, you know. Ronaldo at next taking over pen now. You're mad.
So he took that free kick and he took the penalty as well. Ronaldo stood there and watched him take both, and he was like, "Okay, I got your number." So like when he missed the penalty, Ronaldo's come up to him. You think he was consoling him? He weren't. He was like, "Next one, I've got that. You ain't taking it no more, bro."
Definitely.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
I think Ronaldo takes the next penalty, definitely.
Okay, here's a comment from G Wolf. Not Ollie bashing, but change your tactics. Stop playing Fred. Use Donny from time to time. Change your formation. Twice in a row, we got messed up by medium opposition. Whoa!
Have them two got beef or what, man? Has Ollie and Van der Beek got drama or what? Because
well, I don't know, because Ollie signed him. He's Ollie signed it. It's not.
Why don't he even get a chance?
Bro, let's come up with it. It's a club signing. I reckon someone's gone over Ollie's head and has brought this guy in because he's a top. He was a top player for Ajax, and he was a steal at 40 mil.
But irrespective. But that's my point. That's my point. Irrespective of whose son it is, he's better than Fred. He's better on the ball than McTominay. He's not as athletic as McTominay, but he's miles better than Fred. So regardless or irrespective of whose son he is, the guy needs to be on the pitch at least. So
Shane, if you buy the player, why are you not playing him? If you're Ole, why are you not playing him?
Something's going
I
on.
can't answer that. And he's not like a guy, because I seen the interview with Rio Ferdinand and Van der Beek, and he was going to leave this summer, but he was given assurances that he's going to get a certain amount of game time, and lo and behold, he plays in the Carabao Cup, but then lo and behold, when it's games that actually matter, he's nowhere near. He's nowhere near. So that tells me. So Ollie said something to him, and he's not going to stick to his word. I don't care what you say.
Man are saying that Maguire should have had a pen. You man think Maguire should have had a pen? You man think that was a pen? I don't know.
Listen,
I'm sure he was grabbing Conte's shirt as well, you know.
Yeah,
listen, that would have been soft.
Maguire was fouling everything he came in contact with. Yeah, the referee, I don't know what he was watching, but I don't want to rely on referee decisions. If you're a big team, you don't rely on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I've heard too much.
Man are saying they should have had a pen. From what I seen, you had a pen, brother. You had a pen.
You have a pen.
Boy,
yeah.
Man's licking the ball. Man's licking hot dogs out of people.
It didn't make a difference. Bell's made a comment here. Lads playing 2 CDMs against the sides we faced after Bayern Varane is ludicrous. And to be fair, that was my point I was making earlier. You've gone out and got the likes of Rafael Varane, yeah, who historically, who at present is one of the best centre backs in world football. He's also one of the most rapid centre backs. So surely you can get Maguire stepping out and Varane playing sweeper. You know, I just don't get it. I really don't. I think it's unanimous, and at this point, it kind of feels like, because all this Fred hype or Fred out must get back to Ollie to some degree. So it kind of feels like he's.
Everyone was playing like Fred today. We can't even look at Fred.
Yeah, but you can because you can because every single week Fred is accountable for something going wrong. So you can.
Everyone's worse as well, then, as Fred affected the other players.
Yeah. Because trust me. Say for example, you go and play a League 2 team, yeah, or a conference team. You're playing on that pitch. Normally, your level drops slightly. It doesn't. It rarely is it maintained. Likewise, when you play with better players and you're not that good a player yourself, your level's raised. So Fred is infecting people on that pitch. So
I hear what you're saying though, but when the play's not even near Fred, and I see Pogba trying to hold the ball too much, trying to do like Neymar skills and losing the ball, that's not Fred.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
That long shots, that's not Fred.
Nah, it's not. It's not. But when you've got someone that is that rubbish, it's infectious. Like for example, right, if you've got a goalkeeper in your team and your defenders will start doing things that aren't natural because they don't have confidence in your goalkeeper. It's likewise if you're a striker and you've got a midfielder that you don't feel can make that pass to you, you're not going to make that run. And it's likewise. I'm not trying to say it's all down to Fred. It's not, obviously. But what I'm saying is, when you've got someone that's rubbish in your team, it has an impact. It really does. And it's not his fault. It's Ollie's fault for continually selecting him. But I don't know. I can't really say that obviously it's down to Fred, but he has an impact, man. And
Ole wants Fred to be like Paul Scholes or Roy Keane, box to box.
Can't happen, no.
That's what he implied in the press conference. I don't believe in a number. This is what he's saying. I don't believe in number 10, number 6, or number 8. It's about passion. It's about passion. You're saying. Back in the day, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes doing the business. Fred, you can't. Yeah,
it doesn't work that way.
You can't pass that well. Other players are not doing that. Okay.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do something here. Right. Eddie, you tell me how many, and this is not a derogatory thing. And then Marcel, I want you to tell me the same thing as well.
Keep getting phone calls. It's messing up my speech.
Oh, okay. I want you both to tell me, right? And it's not a derogatory thing, but the point to this is how many players from Villa would get into Manchester United's team, because then it becomes about Ollie's not good enough, basically. Do you know what I mean? That's what it comes down to, doesn't it? So starting with you, Eddie. Which Villa players should really, in your starting line, which Villa players will get into the Man United team in a minute?
So, this is painful though to even do this. This is painful because Marcellus was talking about McGuinness.
Beast.
Well, he's better than Fred. He's better than Fred, isn't he?
And we didn't even pay
McGinn
$3 million for him, you know, bro.
Yeah.
The geezer's is quality, bro. We paid about $2.5 million for him. About $2.5
million. No, he want $2.5 million.
Bro,
That's bargain basement.
Google the thing.
Where did you get him from?
We brought him from Hibs. We brought him from
Hibernian. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
bro, what a player, man. What a player.
Okay.
That's
So is that
one thing I rate Steve Bruce for, you know, is that signing there, bro.
Yeah. Okay then.
Quality
So we've agreed McGinn is better than Fred, so he'd get into Man United team. What about goalkeeper?
Agree.
Nah, I like De Gea still, but like
I'm a De Gea fan.
But,
I'm a De Gea fan.
Yeah.
I'm a De Gea fan. I'm also a Martinez fan. I think at the minute Martinez is one of the best goalkeepers out there. Not the best. He's up there. He's got to be at least top 5 for me, bro.
I've got to agree, man. His stats last season with them saves.
His
Yep.
stats last season. Trust
How
me.
did Arsenal let him go? How did Arsenal let him go? I don't get it.
And then keep Leno. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Them man are smoking something down that side of London. I'm telling you.
Sitting in the comments, Shazad Ahmed has said Tyrone Mings would make it into the Manchester United setup.
He might be better than Maguire. You know what? In the Euros, I thought he should have kept his place when Maguire got fit again.
He's always going to bring Maguire. He's always going to bring Maguire in. You know what it is with Mings for me though. He's got today. He was good today, and you know what? Against Everton as well, he was brilliant. Honestly, one of the best games I've seen him. One of the best games I've seen him play. But he's usually got a mistake in him, like a big mistake in him, almost every
Yeah. Do you know what?
If he can take that out of his game, he'd be a very, very good centre back. Honestly.
Yeah.
But he's just got a mistake.
Mike is cracking.
Is that my thing?
Yeah,
I think saying, dude on the left mic is too loud, and Eddie's mic is cracking. So I don't know. Can we even sort that?
No, there's not a lot can do with that. To be fair, unfortunately, Matty Cash.
Cash is a bad boy.
Instead of Wan-Bissaka. You know. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one, man. Well,
it's better going forward.
Yeah, he is.
Guys, Masaka today was on his own on that right wing. Apart from Greenwood cutting in, Masaka was doing some runs. People say he can't even dribble. Did you see that run? I think it's about the 60th minute mark or 70th minute.
Yeah, he drove forward.
Yeah, then put it to the right to Greenwood. People are dissing Bissaka like he can't go forward. Bissaka's got some.
If I'm being honest, the only player that gets in the Man U team for me as a Villa fan is McGinn.
So that being said,
but
to make
Cash is close because I do rate Cash highly.
So that means to defending. That being said, then so it's all about management. That's what it comes down to.
It's all about management because we did see individual errors. It's both.
Yeah, but the point is. So a point I wrote down is we haven't dominated at all this season, other than maybe the Leeds game. But Leeds, the way they play, it kind of plays into our hands the way we play. But we don't dominate. We don't. In fact, the way we play, we don't have a. Okay, Marcel, as you were here, what would you say Man United's style of play is?
I'd say attacking, definitely.
Okay, but is it possession based? Is it long ball? Is it tiki taka? What would you say?
No, I wouldn't say long ball. I couldn't say long ball. I think I'd be wrong if I was to say long ball. I don't know, bro.
See, because I don't know. I couldn't tell you, right, Marcel. The way Man United play
I'd definitely say a little bit of tiki taka. Pogba in there. I see Pogba trying his quick passes, bomb round the corner, little angles. With Bruno, Ronaldo. But,
Eddie?
My brain just like it just went because there's so many different things that Man United do. Because Marcel was saying like it's not long ball. I think you said that right. They were doing that against young boys in the Champions League though. They were doing long ball. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they were doing that for one game, and then you see against Villa was maybe they were trying to press. Yeah. I don't think tiki-taka should be. I just read
Mark's comment. He said sloppy tiki-taka.
Marcel.
Yeah, sloppy.
He said sloppy. Okay, today, they tried a little bit, but it was in like maybe a few seconds of play, and then it'll break down. And then second half, I saw a lot of Man United trying to counter-attack at home, which I can't get with. I can't get with counter-attack at home. Ole's won with counter-attack away from home to like big people like Man City. You don't do it at home to Aston Villa, though. Like, props to you guys for the win. But we can't be having a nickname of McGinney Esther against our boys today. Yeah, we shouldn't be having
McGinn's
that.
a beast,
You
bro.
guys should not
Trust
be.
me.
Marcel, you
I
guys
see
should
him.
not
I
be
see him
controlling
running
anything
midfields
at
like
Old
that a
Trafford.
lot. You know, bro. See him doing that to a lot of big teams, man.
You shouldn't be doing that Old Trafford, though, Marcel. Come on.
Yeah,
We're the big
yeah. I
team
know.
here.
I know. I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying. But
So
I've seen him. I've seen him pull Kante's pants down, bro. Plenty times, bro. Trust me.
wow.
I'm telling you, bro. I've seen him play like that. I've seen him.
That's a big statement.
Kante, bro.
That's like so Shane. So
Kante, bro.
that's mad, yeah. So Shane, in terms of like saying what Man United do, it's sporadic. It's different things each game, which is it suggests the manager has got to do more work than saying it's passion.
You man need a
I can't get with the
bro.
passion thing.
You man need a Basuma.
A Basuma, yeah, but still.
You know, you'll go and get
Declan.
You'll go and get Declan Rice instead. I don't even rate Declan Rice, brother. He ain't much better than
He's alright. He's alright. He's alright.
But to your point, Eddie, I think with what you're saying as well is it doesn't really matter who we go and buy because the tools that Ollie's got at his disposal at the moment is ridiculous. And to what I was saying is we don't dominate. We haven't dominated. We can't say that, well, okay, well, this is our style of play. And if it doesn't work, we'll go to plan B or C. At this point in time, we should be with Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch, with Jadon Sancho on or off the pitch, whatever the case may be, when he gets on the pitch. Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, all these guys, we should be dominating games and we just don't do it. So hold on. Sing Game's point is see how much better we was when Matic came in last season because Matic was injured for a little while. He came in. A real CDM is what we need, not a new manager. We play better with Matic, but Matic is only 30 games a season. So I understand that point. I just wanted to highlight that because Matic does play every so often. When he does play, he does okay. But I don't think we could buy because we can't expect to have every good player in every single position. And we've got for crying out loud, we've got the top goal scoring player in history in Cristiano Ronaldo, and we still don't supply him with opportunities. So it's not just a personnel thing; it's a fundamental manager issue at this point. I think. What was you going to say? Sorry, Eddie.
It's everything, yeah. I was just going to go back because I wanted Ole to do well. I did, yeah. When he was in the interim phase. And he was getting the boys to knock out PSG in the Champions League that first season, doing all these things. The morale's up, getting Luke Shaw to play, which, by the way, I don't know what Luke Shaw was on today. Looking like he's on a holiday a little bit. But it's like, as well as giving players the chance to play, you've got to coach people. Otherwise, they come in and they're trying to do too much. This is why I think Matic can't play every time, because Ole tries to get the midfield to do Paul Scholes and Roy Keane box-to-box back in the day stuff. They can't do it. Other people need to do jobs to cover certain players so they're not getting overworked. Yeah, that's why I think we had some injuries like Rashford getting overplayed. People getting told to just express themselves, shoot around the box. People were saying in the Carabao Cup, that okay, maybe the players are out of fault. Okay, maybe that some of them were bad. But why is everyone shooting? Does that not come from the manager? Shouldn't the manager say, okay, guys, the shooting from your 27 shots against West Ham in that Carabao Cup and you're losing. So how about let's try some interplay, lads? Does that not come from the manager then? Yeah,
well, to that point, I think so. Marcel, I'd like your take on this as well on this because. Because you've got Dean Smith, obviously you've been through the mire, you've lost Jack Grealish, you bought some players in. Leon Bailey looked good the other day for you as well. So
Leon Bailey weren't there today, brethren. Let me tell you.
Well, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. To be fair, because he looked very good, very good. But what do you think at this point is it down to personnel from that comment there that we need a new CDM, or would you say it's down to just the manager, or in somewhere in between?
I just think you've had a bad game. To be fair, like you know what it is. I don't want like you. I'd say like I ain't really seen Man U struggle like that. But you've pointed out Wolves and maybe Newcastle. I don't really watch Man U the same way you man watch them. You know what I'm saying? But from what I've seen today,
sorry, Marcel, you're cutting out a bit, bro.
Am I cutting out? Can you hear me?
Marcel, yeah, it's cutting out a bit though.
Can you hear me?
What was you saying? Yeah, I can hear. What are you saying?
Obviously I don't watch them as much as you guys watch them, so it's a bit tough for me to comment on Man U in certain places. But
Yeah.
you didn't. Yeah, today you look like you struggled still against the Villa. But that's what happens when Villa come down. That's what happens when Villa come to town. You get me? When you got my Iniesta. You get me, bro?
Put that wooden spoon away. Put that wooden spoon away. But
CR7 Sermon's goal weren't about today, bro.
This-
My goal could never. You get me?
Who's your goat?
Never, brother.
Who's your goat?
You know who my goal is.
Who's your?
See, this is why we need a system.
You get me?
This is why we need a system, because we can't have people like McGinn Esther coming in. Yeah, because other games he'll turn back to McGinn. We can't be allowed.
You know what it
people
is
to
though,
come
bro.
here
You can't
and
underestimate
turn to
him,
that.
you know, bro. He's a very good footballer, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly believe
Bro.
if you get into
Bro,
a few teams, bro. The only
Bro,
one
I
I'd look
saw
at
him
and say,
in the
you know,
Euros.
He's probably Man City. Yeah, but he's
I
playing
saw
for
your boy in the
Scotland, bro.
Euros. Yeah, yeah.
Scotland is
You should be looking what he looks like as for Scotland at Old
You get me,
Trafford.
but
That's what I'm saying.
Is the only man out there, bro. He's the only man on that pitch when he's playing for Scotland, brother. You get me? When he's with Villa,
Yeah.
you get me? He's got
But that's how
more
he should look
quality
when he
around
comes
him,
to-
man.
Marcel, that's how he should look when it comes to the theatre of dreams. He should look like the Scottish form. That's what he should look like. That's the problem. here.
Nah.
But besides the point anyway. Besides the point anyway, lads. What I want to make sure we look at now is it's an open forum question. What happens now? What does it look like from now on? Do we stay with what we've got? 77 people in the chat, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Hit that like button, please. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe as well. What does it look like now?
Bro, that's for you, Man U fans. That is.
No, because it's not really. It's an open forum question. The reason it is because now you saw Cristiano Ronaldo today. So
Yeah, back pocket.
would it be what Courtney Hawes' back pocket? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Alright, bro, we didn't see him, did we? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't running my mouth. I'm not running my mouth. I'm just saying, like, when you don't see CR7 on the pitch, bro. You don't see CR7 on the pitch, bro. You gotta rate the opposition, bro. You gotta rate the defenders, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, I can't get around McGinn Esther. You're running your mouth, bro. I can't.
come on, bro, man. You see today, bro?
McGinn Esther.
And like Super John McGinn, you know, bro. Trust me, one of our best players. Bro. He's one of our best players, bro. Honestly.
Listen.
That's how good he is, man.
Listen, guys, everyone in the chat, we will be doing some more of this. However, no one likes taking a bashing from the opposite support cast, but we are a football channel. Don't do that, Marcel. Do not do that on here, son. Don't do that. But, you know,
I'm happy today, bro, man.
I think Marcel's got to go, haven't you? You got something?
Hey?
Marcel's
Again. Listen, 2009, we have to give credit where credit is due to Aston Villa. They got the result. No one really expected it. Obviously, Marcel alluded to it earlier. He didn't expect that result, but it's football. End of the day, they got the win. But I will say this:
well deserved the win. Don't forget that bit.
You can't kind of deserve it.
The best team won today, man.
Okay, do you agree, Eddie? Do you agree with that?
Somebody said Marcellus out.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do you agree with that, Eddie? The best team won today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can tell I'm still like pretty sour, but you know, I'm trying to still look at the logic. So you know, players had good chances for Villa because I'm trying to look back at the game. I'll still say the overall play for both teams was not good. So
I was happy with mine, you know. I was happy with mine, bro.
Yeah. As the away team, innit, you're going to be happy with that, innit?
And if I tell you straight, I'm the first man to tell you when somebody hasn't been good, bro. I'll be the first man to tell you.
Yeah, it's true. Have a look at this comment. Have a look at this comment, gents. If this was Jose spending over 400 million, every fan would be calling for man's head. Yeah. But not obviously because it's Ollie. I mean that I think that's fair. So he's had 3 and a bit years to build come together. He said that it was what did he say? It was a 3-year project. And then he had to, 5-year project.
Deserve to win, you know. Are you serious, brother? Sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
Who said that? Who said that?
Kayam or something.
Kayam. Yeah, Kayam. Yeah.
Deserve to win. What do you mean, Bridget?
Okay. But his stats in the centre midfield breaks play there. So why do something different? I almost haven't seen the game, but I looked back at the text commentary. It seems like Fred played poor again. Fred, that's G Wolf there.
I don't get the comment.
That's G Wolf. I think he's saying that. Obviously, why does he keep playing Fred? Basically, when he's having poor games. So, for example, we could be Fred bashing, right? But he has good games.
You were.
Fred.
It should be for everyone.
It should be. But what I think, to G Wolf's point, even if Fred is not that great, if he used to have a good game, then you can warrant starting him. But he still plays poorly, and he still gets started. So I'm not too sure what Ollie's thinking is about that. I don't know. I can't really comment. So I don't know. I can't speak for Ollie. But Ramon Games there saying that Ollie is useless. I mean, it's frustration building, isn't it? I suppose, unfortunately, at this point. I know Big God Bob is saying if we do actually get a good CDM in the transfer window, give Ollie until the end of the season.
Yo, Shane, I want to try and break down a little bit in a nutshell what Ollie's done. Yeah, we've seen.
Yo, lad, sorry to interrupt. I've got to bounce, man. I got to skedaddle.
No worries. Thank you very much for joining us, Marcel. Though, appreciate that, man.
Big man, nice. I'll see you tomorrow.
Respect. Take care, Marcel.
Yo, man, have a few of them tonight, you know. Listen, we'll see you again
Respect.
at the apartment.
Take care, Marcel. See you later. Nice. Thanks for joining us, Marcel. That's Marcel there, guys. Obviously, like I say, we are a Manchester United fan channel. However, we're not completely biased. We are football fans, and we do like to go through the whole process. So we will be getting other fans on as well to get their take, hopefully under better circumstances going forwards, though. I mean, go on to finish your point. Sorry, you was alluding to.
Because this is the thing. It's not good to have a fan base which is split. Yeah, we've got to be diplomatic as people if we can. I know some people that have the personality to do it. Some people get too angry, some people too laid back. But the thing is, yes, Ole did steady the ship because Jose victimized us, yeah. But we keep seeing the gameplay is not good, and Ole can't rely on passion, because passion, from what I see, passion is draining.
And it's emotional. It's an emotional thing.
It's emotional, and that tires you, yeah. As opposed to having tactics where you know where someone's going to run, you know where someone's going to be, so you're not overthinking things. Because if you're freestyling, like this system is kind of like, you're thinking a bit too much and you're using a lot of energy to try and adapt to what's going on, rather than this is organized. I know this guy is going to make a run on the left wing. I know this guy's going to be here while player 1-2. We've seen drills at teams like Leeds. I don't want to reference Leeds, but while I'm looking at their football and they rotate and they do 1-2s, I know they're open at the back, whatever. But you can take a system, because I have to reference Klopp. Klopp had no right for me in terms of winning a Champions League and a league with that squad, to be honest. Mane was average before he came at Southampton. Wasn't that great. Salah was a Chelsea reject. And somehow these guys went to be Champions League and league winners. Yeah, this is why I ignore that centre defensive mid thing. There's a big squad in there with Varane, with Ronaldo, with Sancho, who I can't understand is allergic to Wan-Bissaka and goes on that left. So what's going on with that? What we're going to do with the right wing? Because we can't survive with Dream, we're just cutting in and shooting, and it's not working.
Well, that was the point that I was making beforehand, because listen, the be-all and end-all is Sancho was brought to play on the right wing. We've been crying out for a right winger years and years and years and years. Greenwood was ultimately going to be shifted into the central department, where we already had Martial We already had Cavani. Now Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not gonna. He's not gonna sit on the bench, is he? You buy Ronaldo, he's gonna start. He's going to start in the majority of games. So it's unbalanced the side as well as. But we're not. What we weren't going to do is watch Cristiano Ronaldo go to Manchester City. Yes, it was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction, but in the main, you know, he scored 4 goals for us. So we can't say it's not going to be successful, and it hasn't been. But one thing we are struggling to do is create opportunities for Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's why. That's why, to your point earlier, Eddie, that's why Sancho either needs to come on a lot earlier or start, because that's his job. That's what he did. He supplied Erling Haaland with lots and lots of opportunities. That's why Erling Haaland bagged loads and loads of goals. We've now got Cristiano Ronaldo, the leading goal time scorer of all time. So how can we not look to supply him? I mean, it's nonsensical. It doesn't really make any sense whatsoever.
Bro, I can't get over the Jekyll and Hyde performance in terms of Ronaldo was the best player against West Ham. I don't think Aston Villa are too much better than West Ham, to be honest, because didn't West Ham get Europa League or whatever? And I think Villa finished below West Ham. So West Ham actually better, yeah? So why was Ronaldo looking like prime Ronaldo against West Ham? And then today, it was like, I can't describe what Ronaldo was today. Not in the game. He didn't even come deep enough as well sometimes. There was no service. I mean, if that's not happening, or the players just supposed to be left out there to figure it out for themselves, because we don't see other top teams doing that. The manager comes in and he's disciplining these guys. Like I said, even though we know the feel-good factor that Ole has done, people appreciate that. We love it. Loads of people, I was saying, Ole in when we were doing good in that interim phase, but then we had these constant patchy performances. I know getting top 4 is good. That secured money for the team, good. And then we've got the players in. But come on, we're in the 3rd year, It's got the performances have got to be progressing now. This is supposed to be a good run-in.
Like you said, this was meant to be the winnable run, and to your point, and your point was massive there. You know, the performances have to be progressing at this point, and that's an absolutely massive point, to be fair, Eddie. And you know, at this point, we definitely absolutely need to be able to say, we can see progressive evidence of we are getting better game by game.
I see Pigs in here saying, "Preach, Eddie, you're a boss." Nice one.
Yes.
That's my friend.
But the point is, so I don't know, because to Dave Lucas's point, honestly think we start next game in 4-3-3 with Bruno, Pogba and Van der Beek in the middle. The defence we have doesn't need shielding.
Yeah.
I mean we haven't tried it. We haven't tried it. So to Ollie's point, if he really believes what he's spouting out about, back in the day, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, we don't have a CDM, we don't have a CAM. If we just had central attacking midfielders, so if he truly believes that, the obvious is that Donny van der Beek is a better player than Fred, for example. And if you don't believe in position, or you believe in positionless central midfielders, then you play your best 3 central midfielders, which he isn't doing and hasn't done. So I don't really believe he believes that himself, even though he keeps saying it. And like you said, it's about passion. It's about, I don't get it.
I don't get the pragmatism when you're supposed to be passionate then. So you're supposed to be passionate in being contained. It's kind of a contradiction, if you know what I'm saying.
Because it doesn't work. It doesn't actually work. So he's saying, we need to be just passionate about performances. That's an emotional thing. Like you said, it has to be, like you said, Eddie, earlier, it has to be tactical, not an emotional response, not an emotional setup. Though. Yeah, it can be. It can be. But ultimately, you don't get. I guarantee you, I've never been in a dressing room with Pep Guardiola, but I guarantee you, you'll never hear him saying any of his press conferences. It's about passion. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is. Obviously, you want to try and say, maybe that's lost in translation, but Ollie's been in and around England long enough to know what he's saying. But I think, to To Rush Mano, what's going on, Rushy? Poor performance. We should have got a draw, but Wan-Bissaka, Maguire didn't play well today.
Wan-Bissaka didn't play well. The guy was dribbling from the right back, and the guy can't even dribble. And the guy was dribbling. I don't understand with the Wan-Bissaka.
I mean, I'm a bit surprised about Wan-Bissaka, but to your point earlier, though, Eddie, I think everyone could have done a heck of a lot better than what we actually did do, and we at this point we need to be showing our quality. We just do not show the quality that we have, and whether that's belief in the manager, whether that's a lack of understanding of what the manager's trying to do, at this point, Eddie, you were bang on. We have to be showing progress, and we're really not. In actual fact, it's not because of Cristiano Ronaldo, but it then comes down to the manager again. If you're going to want to sign one of the best players of all time, you have to have a system to be able to adapt and fit. Greenwood playing off that left-hand side with Ronaldo as a 9 clearly doesn't work. You need a creator on that side. We've got one who he evidently didn't use, so that didn't make much sense. So I don't like saying it, and I don't like to do it, but it's kind of gone the way of the Ollie bashing. And I keep saying, I have said for the last few weeks that I'm not Ollie bashing, but facts are facts. We've got a devastating squad. Not starting 11. We have an absolutely devastating squad. If you lose Luke Shaw, yeah.
It's weird because on paper you see the progression. You see it. There was a season where it didn't get Champions League. Then we got top 3. Then we got top 2. It was semi-finals. We lost the semi-finals. Then it was a final. Lost the final. So technically, progression. But then every time we're seeing, okay, it's a snatch and grab here. That's a good performance there. Snatch and grab. Snatch and grab.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird. It's like it's going, this is what confuses me as well. Because I'm like, cool, we got the results, yeah, but can you keep snatching and grabbing if you're a top team to go and win the league?
No, you can't, and that's why we end up losing like games like today, games like Southampton, where we just about get over the line. It's been coming, and that's what I will say. Based on how we played, it's been coming. It really has. Because again, I keep alluding to your point, Eddie. The performances have been absolutely terrible. We're not showing progression in that department. So it certainly has been coming. And Kayam's made a comment. Passion should come as standard. We need technically gifted players and not Duracell bunnies. I like it, but yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic point there from Kayam. Thanks a lot for joining us, Kayam, again as usual. Duracell bunnies. That's what Fred is. He just runs around. Doesn't have an impact. He runs around. But McTominay, again, to your point of what you said earlier, Eddie, he was there but not present. Didn't do anything really.
You know what? He's got away with that a lot. You know, because
he has. He has.
The focus on Fred. We see Fred can't pass. Fred can't shoot.
Yeah, can't tackle.
You got to give that at least to him. At least he's trying because Tom sometimes does some good stuff. Yeah, but then you got to think of what's the highlights of McTominay compared to Fred. There's a lot more of Fred bashing because you see more of Fred trying stuff. To be honest, even though he's
losing out on stuff. Yeah. I'm telling you, Freddie's Championship, if not League One.
Oh, it's so bad. 50 million was spent on this guy. He was good at one point. And Shane, you caught me on this point when I said, I don't even think if I said this on the air. I think it was behind the scenes. I was like, Fred was kind of like Kante, and you were shouting me down. You were shouting me down like I sinned. But he was.
You did sin. That's just blasphemy. In actual fact, that's blasphemy. That's what that is.
He was good at one point though. He was.
When?
Illustrious.
When?
I'm trying to remember the.
You did. At Shakhtar Donetsk when we didn't see him play. That's when he must have been good. That's why we signed him. That's when we signed. That's when he must have been good.
Okay, I can't get the specific period, but he did have some purple patches, and now they have soured.
I don't see it. He's always been grey for me. He's not one thing or the other. He can't, like I say, can't pass, can't shoot, can't tackle, can't run, can't dribble, can't win a header. He's not strong. He's not quick.
Yeah, sorry, Fine Pig. I don't know if you can see it at 4:24. He's saying at one point I was calling him Brazilian Gattuso. Pig!
When was this? I need to know when this was. When was this, guys? I need to know what time. What? I don't know. I do not know. Honestly, Pig, what have you done here, mate? Because you've got Eddie going now. I mean,
Come on,
guys, can anyone tell me in the comments or show me any statistical evidence that can support that he was either the Brazilian Gattuso or that he had a purple patch at United or that he was just good at passing or something? Tell me, because I don't know. I genuinely do not know, and I don't remember this. I really don't.
Shane. Piggo would know because he's the Don.
But yes, he is. But I need to know because clearly I missed this memo. Listen, he is the Don.
Shane, you're a Don as well. But you've got to acknowledge there was a purple patch. You maybe got to look back through.
I need to know. That's what I'm asking for. That's what I'm asking for. When was it? When was it? Guys, help me now. Help me because I'm struggling on this one. Because do you know what I did? I did a couple of weeks ago when we played against. Was it Southampton? No, Wolves. It was when we played Wolves, and I think I mentioned before I was recording it, right, and it was on Sky Sports. And I was recording it, and I was just doing. I paused it and I said, "Look, he give the ball to Adama Traore." And at this point, yes, this season against Wolves, he give the middle of the pitch, slightly to our right. He give the ball to Adama Traore, just pass it to him. Adama Traore subsequently went whoop, straight past him, right? And then there was on a counter. The ball came to him. It deflected off him. The player ran past him with the ball. He then tried to run with the player, ended up falling over, and then later on, it's just
but
calamity,
Shane,
Fred.
Look, I'm okay. I'm talking about like last season though. If you
What?
back to
What?
back.
What?
Last season, you had the purple. Not this season. Not this season. There's no purple patches for Fred. Last season, yeah. That's the archives you got to go back to.
No,
because. Okay, can you have a vote in the chat?
Listen, I'm not trying to say he hasn't had a good performance. He must have, but I'm saying a purple patch is a run of games. We're talking like 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, last season, trust me.
I've been to watch him. I think now at Old Trafford 4 times. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
He actually scored in one of the games I went to see.
He scored in the game.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's a good performance. No. Listen. Anyway,
this is why it hurts me to trash Fred because there was. Come on, people, flying pig saying it, bro.
Anyway, we've got to move on. I want to take it to the next point. The next point is, how should we line up for the next game? How should we line up? Because I'm completely confuddled because Ollie will probably do. We'll say something, but Ollie will probably do his own thing anyway. But how do you think, formation-wise, should we line up in the next game?
You have to remind me who the next game is because, like, this result's just taken a lot of stuff out of my brain.
So it's Champions League. It's Champions League, isn't it? At home against Villarreal. Oh. Obviously, Villarreal they've beaten us, a few times as well. So how should we look in the next game?
That's the worst game to have after this.
You're right.
You know because what they're gonna do.
Super organised,
but then at the point of super organised, they're gonna park that submarine, that yellow submarine, as their nickname.
Yeah.
So this is where, like, okay, passion's good, but okay, Ole, can we balance this with some instructions to players? So I only see, because Ole doesn't change it, I only see 4-2-3-1 again.
Yeah.
I only see that again. And then in terms of personnel, maybe he tries Sancho because he's going to be fresh. Because Greenwood doing the shots all the time, not working. Maybe he tries to get a guy that will service Ronaldo. Ronaldo's going to be talking to Ole, by the way, after today. He's got to be talking to him. He didn't get hardly any service, apart from when he dropped into the left and then Pogba gave him the ball. That's all I saw. I might have missed a few other chances. But that's what I see is definitely Greenwood. I don't think Greenwood can start on that wing again doing what he did today.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. But what do you do? Do you bring in the likes of Lingard? Do you drop Pogba deep, or do you keep Pogba left? What do you do with the rest of the squad, though? Do you keep your defence the same?
So if we're going into depth, then I think, okay, Wan-Bissaka's out there, so Dalot comes in. Yeah, you keep him Maguire and you keep him Varane. Mm-hmm. Luke Shaw there still. Midfield, I'd like to see Matic come in because we're seeing sometimes he can pass well, he can control the game a bit. Yeah, within reason.
Okay.
I don't know if Van der
Better than Fred though.
Yeah. I see Fred still starting though. Ole loves him.
But that's what I don't get, man. I really don't get. I just don't get it. But we're never going to get it. We're never going to get it. But okay,
so
that's
maybe
fine.
it's Matic and Fred in there. I would be like relying on Matic to have some control there. On the left, I still see Pogba just be given another chance to do better than today.
Okay.
Based on the fact that he's got them assists early on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Ronaldo up front goes without saying. But then for me, but if we're talking about Ole, we might see Greenwood again. But for me, it's got to be Sancho. But we might see Greenwood again there.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough then. All right. Well. Okay. I'd say I'd probably look to drop Fred deeper a little bit because he can make some of them ranging passes. I'd put Sancho in. If Ollie's probably going to do his 4-2-3-1 thing again. But I'd like you said, I'd look to start Sancho on that right hand side. I don't think Greenwood can start on that right hand side and just pop shots off like he was doing. Or we look at the 3-5-2 option and have two up top. It's we need to experiment anyway with Ronaldo because I don't think we're going to beat the top sides with just Ronaldo up top on his own. So we'll have to see how it goes. To be fair,
need that service.
Yeah, we do, to be fair. And big God Bob just eat services better than what. Oh dear. Thanks for that super chat, Bob. It just says it all, doesn't it?
That's
it just says it all.
I thought, you know what? When I first saw that, I thought he was disrespecting Ronaldo, but no, he's disrespecting
it's a service. It's a service.
Yeah,
it's a service.
Great super chat.
Yeah, it is absolutely fantastic, and thank you very much for that.
You know what you're getting with Just Eats. You know what you're getting,
and how much you're getting.
They come to the door, yeah. They hang your food on the door handle, or they give it to you in your hand. You know what you're getting.
Yeah, and okay, so
but with Man United, what's the service?
Well, there is very little. So we're both in agreement. We need to do better in terms of our service to Cristiano, but it remains to be seen. So we go again against Villarreal. Tricky game that's going to be. We're probably going to do some coverage on that as well in terms of a preview at some stage before the game. We'll have to wrap it up at this point and just say thank you to very, very much to everyone who joined us in the chat. Dave, Lucas, Abdi, Flying Pig himself, Yamilka, Marco, Matt Alexander, G Wolf, Tony Montana. Who else we've got? Tony Montana, man. Muatak, yep. Superstar, Kayam. I've seen Shazad Ahmed in there. Got Doc Limited, 10 Toes. Guys, just thank you very much for joining. Absolute fantastic guys. We've got Miss Piggy in there as well. Yeah. AB as well. Nizan Shields. We've got so many people joining us today, guys.
Marco's in here a lot of the time.
Absolutely. Big up and big shout out for sure. Guys, thank you very much. Make sure if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing, liking, looking out for the new content as well that's coming our way. I think Pete's going to be jumping online possibly a bit later. But thank you very much, Eddie, for joining us as always. I've been Flying Bison. We shall see you next time. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.